Okay, so in my absence from YouTube due to my content erasing completely from my phone, I've been present other places that don't require videos and such. But yeah, so I've been present on Facebook mostly. Now, with that being the case, you know what I'm saying? I be in my thoughts and I post things that I think about sometimes. Not everything, of course, but a good amount of things sometimes. Um, and it just so happened that I made a post a couple days ago, I think it was. And it's not even so much that I feel like the post was a problem. I just feel like somebody had commented something that made me think. I'm grateful for those that did come and comment, positive things or just different things that didn't I don't want to say go against the grain because there's like no grain. Like it was a post, you know what I'm saying? If you could relate, you could relate. Like if not, then so be it. But the person that commented the I guess you could say negative thing was just like my bad. But yeah, so the comment that was just kind of like okay, whatever, was from somebody who I had you know I had kind of encouraged at one point, I feel. And this person posts things all the time, you know what I'm saying? If I disagree, I keep scrolling. I don't feel the need to go on your post and try to show you up or let it be known I disagree. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? So this particular person made it known that they didn't disagree. They were going to stop unfollowing me. So what y'all gonna see now is just like a clip or screenshots of the conversation as it went down. But I mean, we'll touch on, I feel, what the true issue is, or what an issue can be with that person. Feel like they with that person feeling like they needed to let it be known they were gonna quote unquote unfollow me or whatever. Like I was just like, okay, like you could have did that in silence, like, but whatever. I'm gonna show y'all the screenshots real quick and I'll be back. All right, so you probably had to pause to read some of the stuff because yes, people were responding in paragraphs. One of the people that was responding in paragraphs like heavy was somebody that I really appreciate. Honestly, she's on another level. Maybe I will reveal her page if she says it's okay. But yeah, I kept everybody else's identity private because for what? Like even the person that was commenting the quote unquote negative stuff, and like I said, I don't want to call it negative because it really was just like whatever. Like you wanted a rise out of somebody that particular day, so whatever. I wasn't about to feed into it personally. And if you can read this stuff, I simply just said K. Like I don't have time to go back and forth with nobody on social media. My Twitter fingers, they're not strong like that no more because I don't need them to be. Because I said what I said. Like it was my page, it was my post. But like I said, that did bring up an issue that I feel like people have, and it has to deal with growth for real. When it comes to this journey called life, you will find yourself in situations where, well, hopefully you'll, if you're really truly growing and healing from, things, you'll find yourself in situations where it's just like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I post a lot of things on my Facebook. Like sometimes it could seem random. Like I be in my own head more often than not. So with that issue, I just feel like people really have a hard time respecting other people's perspectives and point of views and beliefs and whatever the case may be. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like that's a huge issue in the so-called black community. I feel like that's a huge issue in a lot of our families. Like, people are used to crossing the line with you. And so because of that, when it comes to a I said what I said situation, people feel very offended and they expect you to argue with them. They expect you to try to explain yourself. Like, I think the person had commented, like, what the hell did she say? I don't even remember. I didn't even continue to read her post when she kept posting on my page. But she said something to the extent of, why am I attacking somebody instead of explaining why I posted what I posted? First of all, I don't have to explain nothing to nobody. Unless I intentionally violated you, or unless I violated you in some kind of way where I can sit back and be like, oh, dang, that was offensive. I don't have to explain myself. So for this person to feel like I had to explain myself, like, who are you? Excuse me, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? So social media has caused a lot of people to feel like people owe them an explanation. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to be on somebody's page, that's you. If you choose to respond to somebody's post, comment, whatever, that's you. Nobody owes it to you to explain themselves. Nobody owes it to you to sit here and be like, oh, well, this is why I feel this way. This is why I feel that way. Now, I will say this. Maybe with the comment that she left saying that, maybe she is looking deeper within herself. That's what the hope is. You feel what I'm saying? And that I have no problem explaining to how I got to that frame of thinking, that frame of mind, that mental state. I have no problem explaining that. But for me to sit here and just be like, oh, well, I posted this because of this, that, and the other, after you didn't try to come for me, bye. Girl or boy, bye. You know what I'm saying? And so I felt like it was just funny. But I am grateful once again for the people that hopped onto that post and was like really rocking with it, because ultimately that's what growth is about. That's what healing is about. That's what this journey called life is about. We would like to believe that a lot of people, or we would like to believe that everybody is on that level, and that's not the case. Everybody won't get to that level. Everybody don't even believe in that level. Everybody cannot even fathom that level. So to be in the space that I am now, kudos to my motherfucking self. Because it takes for someone to really put in the time and the work. And trust me, I'm still ever growing, ever learning. I'm a forever student. However, in that situation, I had to sit with myself and be like, yo, pat yourself on the back. Like, although I've never really been a confrontational person, like on social media, I'll say, yes, I have been confrontational in real life, because I've been in situations where I felt like mattered, and I felt like at the time they required for me to be confrontational. But nowadays, we too grown to be doing that. We way too grown to be doing that. But anyways, I just wanted to go ahead and give y'all a tidbit of what I have been up to. And that hasn't been the gist of it. That's just one of the highlights, or one of the things I felt like should be talked about I'll elaborate a little bit more, maybe sooner than later, maybe later than sooner. But yeah, that's where I've been at. Facebook. So definitely can link with me on there. I guess I gotta get better at posting my social media stuffs and everything like that. But other than that, I love y'all. Thank you if you tuned in, whatever the case may be. I'll be hitting y'all with some more content. So I will see you then.